Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. In this video today, I'm going to be discussing a very controversial topic, and we are talking about coffee dates. This is another episode of hashtag I Said What I Said, where we discuss numerous different topics, and I give my unapologetic, uncensored, and sometimes very unpopular opinions on different topics from social media or even current events. And like I said, we're going to be diving into this particular topic. In case you don't know it, I'm a life and dating coach, and I'm the author of 3 books. The first one's called The Dating Game: How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code: The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck: How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you want to work with me as your personal life and dating coach, be sure to send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN, @gmail.com. So this whole topic started off with a tweet that I saw, and it was kind of the tweet heard around the world. This young lady simply expressed her opinion about what she would do and would not do, and the internet has her now. Wherever there are women talking about their feelings, talking about men, there will always be men with their 2 cents ready to chime in. So here this goes. Her tweet reads as follows: "This man asked me out to coffee. I don't do coffee dates. Told him I do coffee for business meetings and with friends. Happy to get coffee with you as friends. His next text was asking me to do dinner proper. Men know. They just want to know if they could lowball you first." See, that's where the men saw that. They saw blood in the water. And here are some of the comments from the men. One comment reads, "If you were doing the courting, would you do the same thing? It's easier for women who are always on the receiving end to set standards. Dinner or no deal. He needs to get this or present that or no deal. But what are you doing to show your worth?" Next comment from a male. "Perpetuating the myth that women are only interested in financial aspects from men and not a quote unquote meaningful connection. Coffee and ice cream too cheap? Got it." Next commenter puts in quotation marks, "lowball you." I'm trying to tell you, a dude buying you a cocktail or wine doesn't inherently have more interest in you than a dude that wants to buy you coffee. But you'll see that on your own soon. So the last tweet that I'm going to read is, well, yes, exactly this. "If I don't even know if I like you yet, how am I going to justify paying $100 plus for nothing? Every woman out here isn't worth taking on a $100 date when you don't even know if you may even see them again. Until women start paying, men, be as careful as you want." And that's where we're going to pick up on this topic. All right, so my take on this is that for men, dating can be very expensive, especially if he's online dating. It's different if a man meets you, he runs into you, and you can tell there's chemistry. There's an instant physical attraction. You guys are vibing. He asks you for your number. It's different in person. If you're meeting in person, I definitely recommend an actual date or a dinner date or him actually putting in some effort. But if you're meeting and it's online, then maybe it's a little bit easier to do it this way because you don't know what you're getting. It's kind of a way for you to sort of, see if you guys have the chemistry, see if you guys vibe. It's one thing to talk on the phone. It's another thing to meet up in person. And should that be a $100 investment every single time? Maybe not. And it also depends on the reasoning behind it. If he's expecting you to quote unquote show your worth or to show him that you're quote unquote worth investing in, no, sir, because you're trying to put me in the role of the chaser instead of the chasee. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm trying to get to know you. You're the one that asked me out. Okay. Now, although it was not our first date, hubby and I went on a coffee date. We sure did. And here I am, his wife. Today, actually, October 9th, is 15 years that we've been married. And yeah, 15 years and 3 kids later. But one of the reasons why he asked me out was, he was listening to me in our conversations before we went out on our date. He heard me say that Love Jones was my favorite movie, and it is. And, they were in this coffee shop and they were doing spoken word. My husband found out that the first Saturday of every month here in Atlanta at the Magic Johnson Starbucks, they were having spoken word nights. And he knew I'd be into that. So he took me there and I loved it. I was just like, oh, this is so bougie. I felt like I was the Nina Mosley and he was Darius Lovehall. And it's been a love connection ever since. But that's why he asked me out. It depends on the reasoning behind it. Is he expecting you to prove yourself? Then no. Is he just trying to be cheap? Then no. But if he's trying to see where this goes and trying to, we're both trying to see if there's a connection in person, then what's the big deal? Now, would I go all out for a coffee date? No. I'm not buying a new dress for no coffee. Absolutely not. I'm not getting a fresh set of nails. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm going to look cute, of course, presentable, of course, but you're not going to get the full on experience unless you're giving me the full on experience. You're not getting hair done, nails done, everything did. No, I'm going to meet you at your level. And if that's all you're willing to invest, me too. And also when it comes to coffee dates, it's easier to cut them short. It's easier to walk away. And if things go well, you could be there for like 2 hours easy. You can decide to go for a walk afterwards. What if he invites you for dinner after that? Because he's like, I've had such a great time talking to you. I don't want this night to end, or I don't want this day to end, or whatever. You never know where it could lead. Dating for men is an investment because they're the ones who are typically expected to pay. Like the man said in the tweet earlier, not every woman is worth $100 plus dinner date. And so you're thinking if he goes out on 4 dates, that could be easily $400, $500. If we're paying for a valet, if you're tipping, it could get very expensive for men very quickly. So I understand their reluctance in wanting to invest, but I'm not proving myself to get you to do that. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to this question, at least not in my opinion. It really just depends on you, what you want, what his reasonings are. Do you have a connection with him? I feel like there's a lot of assumptions and broad generalizations being used here. You're not a pick-me if you accept a coffee date, and he's not a cheap guy if he offers you one. This is simply an opportunity for you both to connect and see if there's a spark, see if there's anything there. Yes, it requires minimal investment on his part, but it does on yours as well. So every woman has her own set of standards. Some women love the idea of getting all dolled up and got perfume and getting their hair done, and just the whole process of getting ready for a date is something that they enjoy. And by making it a casual experience, they're not as excited about it. I know I wouldn't be as excited about it because I didn't get a chance, because I like to dress up, and some women like to dress up and, to put on a show, honey. And so, but I understand how some men may not want to do that. I've heard some people say that coffee dates can feel like an interview because they're so short and they're so straight to the point, and there's nothing about asking a whole bunch of questions and all of that. It doesn't sort of lend to a romantic atmosphere, but you can find coffee shops that give you a different ambiance. Not every coffee shop is Starbucks. There are some amazing coffee shops where they're making espresso and it smells amazing, and they have books in there and nice comfortable couches where you can find you a nice little quiet nook and have a quiet conversation with someone. It can be romantic. It all depends on what vibe and energy he's bringing to it. But I think you're making a lot of assumptions when you assume that because a man asks you out on a coffee date that he's being cheap or he's just being as skeptical as you are. It's a bigger investment for him if it doesn't work. Dates are perfect if you meet somebody online, whether it's Plenty of Fish or whatever website that you're on, dating app that you're on. That's fine because you don't know this person from Adam. He doesn't know you from Eve. And it's completely a different vibe. You're just trying to get to know each other, just trying to see if there's chemistry there, if there's, something, a spark. Men are visual creatures. Talking to you on the phone is not enough. I saw a comment somewhere that said that they believe that online dating has ruined this generation / breed of men. This generation of men who just simply, they're so used to swiping left and basically so used to having so many women readily available that they don't take the time to get to know you on a deeper level. And this could be an example of that. But that's a topic for a whole other day that I might do here on the hashtag I said what I said. So we'll put a pin in that for now. If you meet a man in person and you guys can already tell that there's a vibe, a connection, a bit of flirtatiousness, he's asking you for your number. If he's met you in person, then I would be less likely to go out on a coffee date because clearly we already know we have the vibe. We already know we have the connection. That's why you're asking me out. That's why you're standing here. However, if we've never met before and you're just an avatar or a picture on a website of some dating app, you could be anyone. You could be catfish. Your sister could have wrote your whole profile. Anything could happen. That's the age that we live in. You could be completely being catfished. So I understand people having a little bit of skepticism there. It's low risk for him and it's low risk for you too. Because if you get there and you're not feeling his vibe, if he's 6 inches shorter than he said he was, and that's not what you're into, if he showed you somebody else's picture, who knows, if he dribbles when he talks, honey, whatever it is, if there's something about him that you don't like, you can easily be like, you know what, gotta run. And it's easy for you to get out of there. It's not like you're stuck with him for the next 2 hours in a restaurant, getting course after course and, waiting on people to bring your food. It's an easy It's an easier way for both of you to get to know each other, and it requires minimal effort on both your sides. Like I said, I can't wait to hear your thoughts and opinions on this particular topic. Be sure to let me know below. Also, let me know what other topics you would like me to discuss in future hashtag I Said What I Said episodes. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. But before you leave, don't forget to check out my last video right here. And don't forget to subscribe right here. All right, till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.